We're hunting overzealous gnomes and returning pets to their homes. That's right, it's Lord of Loot from PKB Games. In this cooperative combat adventure, players take on the role of heroes, defending a once safe kingdom from hordes of invading monsters and villains. You see, the former guardians of the realm, once a proud force of defenders, really settled into this routine of lavish banquets and competitive lounging. So it's up to the heroes to save the day. If they can defeat 2 of the bosses invading the map before 3 of their team members fall in battle, they save the realm and win the game. Setup begins with a game board placed center. Shuffle and stack the large, round map tiles in a face-down pile near the center board. Then place the following tokens into the following bags. Magic spells inside the yellow bag, items in the red bag, and weapons in the black bag. Set these nearby along with a supply of dice, heart tokens, and monster standees. Then consult the table at the bottom of the setup rules in the rulebook to determine how many brown and red monster cards are in this game. We're setting up for a 4-player game, so we'll take 5 random brown cards and 2 random red cards, and separately shuffle and place them in 2 stacks. Brown monster cards in a face-down draw deck, and red monster cards face-up nearby. Each player then chooses a character and takes the matching player aid card, character mat, and a character standee, which they place in the starting spot, the castle field. They also take 6 heart tokens to fill in the 3 rightmost spaces of their stamina and health tracks. Character mats feature heart slots for stamina on the left and health on the right. Character slots for items, including an attack weapon in the right hand and a shield in the left. Slots for spells, and a backpack. During the game, players may acquire items, but can only fit a number of items that can physically fit inside the backpack without overlapping the cutout. Next, place a number of guards on the map equal to the player count. Place 1 in a random field space showing a daytime symbol until all are placed. Set the daytime marker on the leftmost daytime symbol, which is sunrise. Finally, choose 2 bosses you'd like to play against and take their matching game components following the instructions in the rules. We're playing against the Pet Napper and Volcanus today, so we'll place various standees on the board according to those instructions. Each boss's entry in the rules also contains rules for their unique quests. Players must complete these quests in order to deal any damage to the corresponding boss. Gameplay occurs in turns, each divided into 2 phases, starting with the youngest player and proceeding clockwise. First, the hero phase, followed by the monster phase, and then play passes to the next player. One important note, in games with more than 3 players, monster phases only occur on every other turn. Use this tracker token on top of the brown cards to track this variance. Alright, first up in the hero phase, the active player begins their turn hungry. Yeah, if you're gonna adventure, you're gonna need some good nosh. The players must remove 1 green food token from their backpack, otherwise they lose one of their leftmost hearts on their mat. Those adventuring calories gotta come from somewhere. If the hero starts their turn on a blue circled building on their map, food is provided! It's a party! And they don't have to spend a token. Then they take up to 4 actions from the following list. Move to an adjacent field, explore your field, exploit your field, collect items from your field, trade, or fight. They then take multiple of the same action in a turn, and each must be completed before another begins. Let's look at each one more closely. Move to an adjacent field is fairly self-evident. Adjacent fields are connected by pathways on the map. Players can move on or over any field regardless of monster presence or if the field has even been discovered yet. Explore your field allows the hero to reveal a map tile on an undiscovered field they inhabit. Drawing from the top of the stack and placing it on the map, any symbols on the tile are automatically activated. Exploit your field allows the hero standing on a discovered field with this exploit symbol to reactivate the symbols on the tile once more. Collect items from your field allows the hero to pick up any items in their field and place them into their backpack, but they've got to fit. Trade allows the active player to exchange as many items and weapons as they wish with any number of players on their current field. And finally, fight allows the hero to fight a monster or boss. To fight, The active player first rolls their orange attack dice and blue defense dice. The number of each they roll depends on the weapon they have equipped. Some weapons list dice with other colored outlines on the dice: green, purple, and beige. These dice can be used if the targeted monster is of that color or type. Meanwhile, the monster rolls violet dice equal to its level. For instance, a level 2 monster rolls 2 violet dice. The rolls are then compared. Each sword rolled on the dice deals 1 damage to the opposing combatant. However, each shield negates the sword from the opposing dice. When applying damage, the heroes lose hearts from their tracks left to right, losing stamina before health. When applying damage to monsters or bosses, add a wound marker to its standee. We'll talk more about damage shortly. In addition to their actions for the turn, the active player may take any number of free actions as well. These include cast a spell, by spending the items listed on the left side of the arrow to gain the item or action listed on the right side. For example, this spell allows the player to spend a wood or iron item to gain a coin from the red bag. Use an item, triggering the effect and discarding the token. Change weapon, to swap out weapons from the hero's hand to their backpack. And discard, allowing the player to discard any items, spells, or weapons to make room in their backpack. Discarded items go back to their bag or back to the box. After the hero phase is complete, the monster phase begins. In the monster phase, the player draws the top card from the monster deck, executes the actions listed from top to bottom, and then places it in the monster discard pile. If the deck is empty during this step, add the top red monster card to the discard pile, shuffle it, then flip it over to create a new, more monstrous draw deck. The actions on monster cards include: monsters move and attack. All monsters on the board move 1 field closer to the closest hero. Each monster that arrives or started on a space with the hero then attacks that hero, using the fight rules from the hero's fight action. Roll the dice, determine damage. Bosses moving and attacking. This works the same way, but bosses are smart and they try to avoid sharing the same field if possible. Spawn a monster. This initiates a roll of the 12-sided monster die. Place a monster of the level and color rolled on the field with the current daytime symbol. If there are no monsters of that level available, spawn a monster of the next lowest level. Other actions on monster cards include: bosses move twice and attack, bosses move, drop 2 items drawn from the red bag and attack, and proceed the daytime marker, moving it 1 step clockwise and closer to mealtime. And that's the basics of gameplay. Turns continue with heroes exploring the fields, fighting the monsters, and hopefully completing those quests. That's right, each of the bosses has a number of quests, like the Pet Napper's abduction of prized pets throughout the region. Once a player completes a quest, according to the text, they gain a free one-time draw from a bag of their choice. Remember, a boss cannot take damage from heroes until their quests are completed, but they can deal damage to heroes. So go ahead and return those pets, people. The game continues until certain parties are defeated. A hero is knocked out if they lose all their hearts on their mat. Their components are removed from the game, and the player may re-enter the game with a new level 1 hero of their choice, spawned in the castle. When this happens, add a gravestone marker to the right of the castle, flip it to the 2 gravestones side once a second hero is knocked out, and if a third hero is knocked out, the game ends and the players lose. When a monster or boss takes wounds equal to their level, they are defeated and flee from the region. Remove them from the board and collect the loot indicated on the standee. If the defeated foe was the last boss of the game, the heroes win. When defeating monsters or bosses, if they were of a higher level than the hero that defeated them, that hero levels up. That's right, you can level up. Heroes start at level 1 and can carry any type of item, but can only use wood items at level 1, wood and iron items at level 2, and wood, iron, and gold items at level 3. Additionally, more heart slots become available at higher levels. And that's the basics of Lord of Loot. For more details on the many bosses, items, and heroes, see the rulebook. I'm Becca Scott, this is Good Time Society, and the quest to defeat me involves you liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and coming back for more great games and good times. And you'll get a bonus draw from the red bag if you go to patreon.com/goodtimesociety and become a patron. Bye-bye!